This chapter was big. With the backstory and, history of the Washuu family being revealed, Matsuri and his persona, which dude is a prick. Dude is an elitist fucking prick. I'll get into him a little later in the review, but a lot of information that, really works to expand the Tokyo Ghoul universe even more, and it's definitely set up for down the line. Ishida just never does anything half-assedly. He never does anything without a purpose. Everything has its role to play in Tokyo Ghoul, and I'm fucking excited. There were two smaller pieces that we got this chapter that just really got me hyped for the auction, because the auction, there's gonna be some crazy shit going on. I can tell already. With Pierrot lurking, with the reveals we get this chapter, shit's gonna go in. But JUUZO's face, man, that got me. JUUZO's like, there's been somebody I've been wanting to meet. Don't worry about it. I'll protect Mutsuki. Don't worry about it. He asked Matsuri, he's like, can I go, dress up as her friend? I gotta get in there. JUUZO, man, he's about to go in on the vengeance. He's about to go after Big Madam at this auction, dude. He's about to go hard. I cannot wait to see that. I cannot wait to see JUUZO in this auction right now. It's gonna be fucking amazing. It's going to be absolutely incredible. He's gonna beast, dude. He's gonna beast. And Vengeance JUUZO, man, that sounds scary. Like, JUUZO's my boy, dude. And he can be fiendish when he wants to be. He can go in. If you go back to part 1 and see how JUUZO goes in, man, it's fiendish. But what I can only imagine how much more so he's gonna beast when he's going in for revenge. That's all I can say about that. That got me hyped. And at the very end of this chapter, seeing ETOOO, dude. Oh my god, granted it was just like really small. We couldn't even get a close-up or anything like that. But my girl Takatsuki is there, dude. She's like, ETOOO, I got a message from Tatara for you. Still working within the organization as ETOOO and not revealing her primary role outside of Tatara. Is probably the only one that knows, and Noro and, Kano potentially are probably the only ones that know that ETOOO is Takatsuki's owl. And Yoshimura, of course. So I'm hyped to see her working like that still, and Tatara kind of calling shots within Aogiri, but ETOOO, dude, she's there. She's like, I got a message from Tatara. ETOOO leads me to believe that ETOOO may very well be involved in the upcoming events of the auction, or at the very least, somewhere around there. So let's get into this chapter a little bit deeper, though. So Matsuri Washu, with his persona, dude is a prick. He favors results above all else. He's nothing like his father, Yoshitoki Washu, the chairman, the head of CCG, General Division. His father, Tsuneyoshi Washu, is the grand chairman of CCG right now. So the Washuu family and the CCG are tied in like that. We've always known that. But with this chapter, we get more exposition into how long they've been around, the fact that there exists, other families other than the Washuu family that have dedicated their lives to ghoul extermination since the 1800s, dude. So that leads me to believe we'll see other, reputable families outside of this, everything that's taking place. And we also know Matsuri was stationed in Germany, so we got German ghouls over there, we got the Japanese ghouls. The epidemic is a lot more widespread than we ever thought, and we see the consistency of ghouls in this world and how things have been raised. So it leads to some questions that can't be answered at this point, like, where did this start? How did ghouls come about? Was this, a man-made mutation? Did it just pop up out of nowhere? What the fuck is the deal with that? But at the very least, we know we have these families established. And on the flip side, probably have some ghoul families. Like, think about Tsukiyama, for example, and how, he has Kanye, like, directly under him. Kind of seems like he's of, like, a very high-standing ghoul family. Supposedly, we could have ghoul families of major repute in history, just like we have the extermination families, like the Washuu family, and potentially others. And that goes in with the big thing resting behind the series, outside of Aogiri, outside of Pierrot, that we haven't gotten much exposition into, which is the Organization V, and, the organization that Yoshimura was a part of. And I feel like with the history of ghouls and how it goes so far back, and the history of the Washuu family being detailed and them having been fighting ghouls since the 1800s, I guarantee that V's inception was far, far back, like at the very beginning, around the 1800s as well. And as the series progresses and we expand on the world, we deal with Aogiri issues, Pierrot lurking, V is going to come back into play in a major, major way. They're like the Godfather organization of everything taking place here. That is what I can infer from the ghoul history. And I honestly forgot about them because we haven't heard anything about them, but with this setup, I know that Ishida is building the world to be more expansive so we can incorporate these other elements and the history of Tokyo Ghoul. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be fucking awesome. But Matsuri is a prick, dude. He's like, I don't give a fuck about Mitsuki. I don't give a fuck about Mitsuki. We're here for results. He's dude, Sasaki tries to question him. He's like, but? Like that panel, dude, with the words get all fucking, you know, choppy and I'm like, yo, this dude is sinister too. I guarantee you Matsuri goes in, but like, unlike his father, who I know goes in, and his grandfather, fucking Tsuneyoshi, who I want to see one day Tsuneyoshi beasting, because from what we've heard of his power level, I've mentioned this in my past reviews, but he's supposedly godly, right? The Washuu family needs to get some time to actually fight. And if Matsuri is at the bottom of the chain right now, and he's so beast, and he's so tactical and analytical, he's a prick, but I guarantee you he goes in. I can't wait to see that kind of development. And then, other big things in the chapter, what is up with this Book of Sui that, you know, Shirazu gives to Sasaki? He's holding it, says Book of Sui. I'm like, Sui Ishida, like, what? Is he inserting himself into the manga? What are the contents of this book? What is the role of foreshadowing that it's going to play? It's definitely not just there for bullshit. It definitely has, you know, a really big meaning in terms of what's going to happen going forward. So I'm really interested to see the development of that. But once again, you have Sasaki, you know, reiterating his feelings of wanting to protect his fellow Quinky Squad members and how he's grown to, you know, be attached to them. And he's very distraught throughout this chapter because he, you know, he doesn't want Mitsuki to go alone to the auction. He's grateful that JUUZO, you know, volunteered to go along with her because he wasn't going to let, you know, Matsuri wasn't going to let Kaneki go, wasn't going to let Sasaki go. So, you know, you see the monologue of him, you know, I have to be stronger, I have to protect them, and just seeing the pairings between him and the other Quinky Squad members. We find out that Urie's surgery was finished, it was successful, and he's supposed to be back, you know, in the coming days. And I'm really interested to see how Urie is at this point, because this is going to be the beginning of him starting to tread down that dark path. I can already see it. He's going to, you know, definitely have a power-up. We know he's, you know, they've unlocked some of the F-walls, and he can access more of his Kagane and his ghoul powers. But as a result of that, I guarantee you that the ghoul tendencies are going to start to take over him. It's not like a Kakuja kind of thing, but the ghoul tendencies, the desire, the problems with eating and things like that is definitely going to start weighing in on him like it did Black Hair Kaneki early on. And it's going to start to warp his perception. I can easily see, and, you know, first we're going to see Urie go in with his newfound abilities, right? And that's when the breakdown is going to start to happen. And this is the catalyst for Urie to start going down that dark antagonistic path. I already see it coming. I already see it because Urie is only concerned with results. He's like Matsuri in that way. And, you know, we have Akira kind of talking about how you have to be strong, how nobody in the CCG hasn't really lost anyone, and the, you know, by losing things you grow stronger, and the only way to prevent that is to, you know, take things from others. And that's Urie's mindset, straight up, and he's willing to do anything and everything for that, so much so that he's willing to sacrifice his humanity, and that's definitely going to play into some stuff later on. But, you know, the auction is about to be hype. You have Pierrot lurking, right? You have Pierrot lurking, and there's definitely going to be some significance with them trying to engage with whatever takes place in the auction. You have Ayato receiving a message from Tatara via ETOOO, which is really a message from fucking ETOOO, but, you know, the power structure gotta play it safe, gotta keep, you know, the fact that ETOOO is Takatsuki low-key. So Ayato may be involved. We still got Amon lurking. We have Pierre on the move, like I said. So a lot of the different, you know, powers and organizations within this series are definitely going to start to converge in this auction arc going forward. And of course you have JUUZO going on his vengeance tip, dude. I'm so hyped. That's one thing I'm really hyped for, because it's been a long time since I got to see JUUZO Beast, and the anger and the fiendishness that's going to be in JUUZO as he goes in to get his revenge is going to be absolutely insane. So the auction is about to be fucking crazy. It's about to be fucking crazy, and I can't wait to see how things go down. Some lingering questions I have, you know, with the reveal of Washu and everything, I definitely think there's going to be a long-standing history between the Washuu family and potentially Organization V, and, you know, this foundation allows, you know, for other major ghoul families and, you know, ghoul exterminator families to pop up and crop up, and we have the expansion to the German territory opened up and things like that. So a lot of expanding of the Tokyo Ghoul world. This Book of Sui stuff, I have no idea what's going on with Sui Ishida inserting his name into a book in the series. Definitely holds some significance. Too early to tell because we only see a brief glimpse of it. We don't even get any sort of information on it. So I'm really hyped to see how things progress forward. And then we get a little shot of my girl Saika, dude, like, clean my ears, Sasaki, clean my ears. I'm like, oh my fucking goodness, dude, I love Saika. I can't wait to, hopefully we get to see her be soon, because I know Saika is Psycho, dude. I can feel it, I can feel it. I've said this since the beginning, I can still feel it, dude. She's my girl, she's my fucking girl, I love her. Oh my goodness. But great chapter, great development. Matsuri, Washu, and the Washuu family at the head of this operation. I love the exposition in this chapter. I love the development, the expansion of the Tokyo Ghoul world. Seeing ETOOO. Enough said. Let me know your thoughts on this chapter, any theories or predictions you might have. I didn't really get too much into any real theory crafting in this video, just for the sake of time. I didn't really feel like it this chapter, but next week we'll dive deeper. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, and that's pretty much it. I'm out. Peace.